Today, we're in Meldrum, Georgia.
And as two students from right outside of Chicago, we wanted to see if we can find a conservative family to stay at and cook dinner with in the deep south of America.
As a channel, Crossroads America was founded on the idea that no matter how much people disagree, there's value in understanding other life experiences. So today, we're here in rural Georgia, trying to find the perspective that we don't normally get to see in the suburbs of a big city. Okay, first ask. Here we go. Well soliciting, no trespassing. Wait. No trespassing. Violators will be shot. So we're about to go up to a house that had this really cute sign of their puppies. And then we got a little further.
And then the sign was like, no trespassing, violators will be shot, survivors will be shot. Oh, hey, are you Lindsay?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We were just talking to your neighbor. So what we're doing here in Georgia is we're asking if we can join someone for dinner.
Let me go get my husband.
Okay.
He's gonna be so curious to hear this.
Okay, sounds awesome.
A few moments later.
Bit of advice. It's a good way to get shot down here, dude.
So with those words of wisdom, we trusted them completely.
We found a married couple who is going to take us out onto their boat and is willing to just talk to us and get to know us for the afternoon and evening.
Okay, I'm trying now to catch up with them because they're off and on their way. But the guy, he put in the money to fill up our gas. We were just right there. He was like, oh, don't worry, I put the money on the thing for you. It was really nice. We're at this store. He likes to try new stuff. We're into tacos right now, so we're gonna make some tacos.
Very soon we're about to head out to the river with their boat. Still just a little bit weird because we barely know them.
So far, so good. He was willing to maybe even try vegan tacos.
We said, how do you like Beyond Beef and tofu? And he was like, nah.
This was my granddad's boat when I was a kid, so he's been taking me out in it since I was little. Literally is the same year that I was born.
So a lot of good memories on this thing.
Oh yeah, lots of good memories. That tree right there standing out by itself, we usually tie a bush hook in that to catch catfish. Right now it's at 1 foot deep. That's why we're hitting everything.
How's growing up in Meldrum in North Carolina?
It was not bad. It was a small town, so we all knew each other. My parents were part of the fire department. You know, went to church here, so pretty much knew everybody. Still know most of them. It's just close knit. Everybody knows your business.
That's a
then
good
again, it goes both ways. Yeah, it's nice on one hand because you've got tons of people that'll drop everything they're doing to come and help you if you have a serious issue. There was a dye plant upriver in a town called Rocky Ford, and the river got low like this, and they were dumping chemicals in the river, and it ended up killing a bunch of fish and alligators. It killed everything, essentially. Everything that swam in the river died. So for a long time, most of the locals wouldn't eat anything out of this river, worrying about being poisoned themselves. There was a regulated amount they were supposed to be able to dump in the river, which is BS in the first place. But they were dumping more than they should. And while the river's high and flowing fast, it didn't make a difference because it was keeping it pretty well diluted. But when it gets low like this and slow, there's nothing's moving it, so it just builds up till it kills everything.
Yeah, how does them adding the plant make you feel?
I don't particularly care for it, but that's because this is where I grew up at. I want to see it stay the way that it is, And right now, people are going in and clear cutting their properties, to sell the lumber, and then they turn around and dump the property, and they're building warehouses and stuff on it, and subdivisions. And as far as the logging companies, they're allowed to cut up to 20 foot from the river, which that's still devastating. It's all they leave is a small strip of trees, so You know, with the river coming up, eventually it's going to wash all that out again. You know, eventually the river's just going to die. You know,
What are some of your biggest concerns, just with the country as a whole?
it's absolutely ridiculous the people we have running for our president right now. It turns our country into a joke. You know, it's like choosing whether you want to hit yourself in the face with a hammer or if you want to hit yourself in the face with a spatula. You know, both of them are going to hurt. Which one's going to hurt worse?
What's your biggest worry with Biden right now?
The state of Georgia was entirely red except for Atlanta, Columbus, Augusta, Savannah, I think, Macon. That's 4 little blue states in the entire state, and you know,
And it kind of flushed over the
it flushed over the whole thing. So we were called Democratic state, and over 90% of the state voted Republican. You know, so it's a problem. Tons of problems with the system. Personally, I think both of them have good agendas, and they both have agendas, or bad agendas. You know, it's really anytime you're talking to a politician, you know, the only way to know that they're telling the truth is their mouth shut. They, the common American votes, but our votes don't go towards the presidency. It's just the census. They're getting a count of the entire country. The electoral college are the votes that matter, and that's not us. That's the rich people. You know, that 1% that make all of our decisions for us, you know, for the most part. So, you know, I guess looking at it like that, you know, it broke me as far as giving a crap either direction with it, you know. Nothing that I say is going to change any of it. I slept through my entire geometry class and passed with a low A just because I never did any homework. She woke me up one day in class. She'd let me sleep the whole time I was in there, and I heard somebody, "Why does he get to sleep? Why does he get to sleep?" She goes, "Wake him up. Wake him up. I'll show you why he gets to sleep." Whatever it was she had drawn on the blackboard, she goes, "Josh, what's this angle?" You know, and I looked at it for a second, spit the angle out. She's like, "Okay, go ahead, go back to sleep."
Is your faith important to you personally?
Oh yeah, it's really about the only reason I can say I lean more to, you know, the Republican side of politics than I do Democrats. Means that they, you know, the Democratic Party support, you know, abortions and, you know, whatever along that. You know, technically you can't consider yourself a Christian and be a Democrat, or for lack of a better way to say that. Yeah, it's really what it boils down to is the values. You know, you don't steal. You know, you don't screw your neighbor over. You don't. You know. Obviously, you don't kill people.
Are you happy with things? Are you happy with the direction our country is headed?
No.
Why?
The safety of our country is my biggest thing. I'm just worried about our safety, our children's safety.
What's your biggest fear right now for America?
Biden becoming president for the next 4 years.
Because of the age or because of other things?
Oh, because of all of it. I mean, everything he's done, you know, while he's been in office. I mean, it's scary. Like, I mean, if he gets elected again for the next 4 years, we are doomed. The gas prices, the grocery prices, him caring so much about giving so much money to other countries while not taking care of ours.
Did you feel safe growing up?
Oh yeah. Growing up, I'd pull in the driveway, throw my keys in the passenger seat, and never lock my doors, and not ever worry about them. They'd be sitting right there when I got back. And the warehouses they've started building, it's bringing in a lot more of the urban, you know, BS out into our, you know, little country haven, you know, that we never had to deal with before. You know, it's not a color thing. You know, there's black families that live in town that are perfectly respectable, you know, and I've been friends with them my entire life. Love them to death, do anything in the world for them, you know. People who come from town seem to have a different value, you know, different mindset about the way things should go. And it always seems to cause problems whenever they get out this way, you know.
And finally, with help from some kids from town, it was time to make dinner.
Bed made your favorite coat, blanket the cold window, watching the falling snow. Take to the
So you guys are
Sisters.
my cooks?
Yeah. I love cooking with my parents.
Yeah, you do.
You're doing an awesome
Go
job.
you. You see how my arm is before you use the knife? Wait, before you use the knife. Okay, just like that. Twist it even a little bit more. There you go. That's how you're supposed to hold it, all right? First time eating vegan meat. What's your review?
It's not bad. Pretty good. Delicious, man. You did a phenomenal job.
I love it. It's good. This is my second plate.
This video is about how as a country we tend to make a lot of assumptions about other people. And in a time when it increasingly feels like we have nothing good to say about those on the other side, it's important to acknowledge that we will disagree. But in those disagreements, we have to be able to humanize each other's experiences and understand the thoughts and feelings that lead people to think the way they do.